Welcome back, Rising World fans. What are we doing? Well, so what I did was I went ahead and finished out the top of this with a beveled ledge. I have a picture. I'm going to put up the picture right here to show you just how crazy detailed this thing is, and we are not even going to get close. If you'll notice, there is a ledge that has a dental molding with a lot more detail and heads and curlicues and all kinds of stuff that we're not going to put in. We've got the ledge. I think that's good. We are going to try to create the ornamentation that's on the top with the round hole and the pediment and the curlicues around that. And so what I've done is to create a place to experiment. And my thought process was that I'm going to first try to get the hole and the curlicues, what they call strapping, put together. And I'm going to have to just kind of wing that. So I decided I would fast forward through most of this because it gets pretty long. And so I'm just going to sort of describe what I'm trying to do here. I decided to make a big round shape so that I could sort of sketch out what I'm doing and figure out the positions of things. So I just did a big round circle here. So I'm just at this point deciding the positions, and I think I have them about where I want them now. Later on you'll see that the center circle there is up too high, and I didn't know it at the time. So I will reposition that later, but right now what you're seeing is me just figuring out where things go. And here I'm going to show you how I make the arcs. You position, you make a wall for it to go on, and then you position a stick, and you use you get the grid on there and you put it in the middle of the grid, and then you use the page up and page down keys to turn it, and then as you rotate it, you click a new one. And you saw there I started with 6 degrees and then I changed my mind and went to 15. So this is the default rotation, and I am just hitting page down or page up, I don't remember which way, and then just clicking it. And now I'm putting at the very top or at the ends of all of these a little small block, or this is actually a plank, they're both planks, and I'm using the enter key to adhere them to each of the spokes. And these are important because what these are used for is for making the blocks that will make up the arc, making them snap to the correct angle. And those little planks will become embedded inside the blocks, and that'll be the next step as soon as I get these on. And sometimes it's you have to go through some acrobatics to get to everything. I probably could have put this up a little bit higher, and then I wouldn't have to go into the ground. Okay, so now we're ready to put the blocks on. I'm going to get my wood beam, which is actually marble. And here I'm looking to make sure I've got the correct length. And you want the length to be, the length of your spokes to be the inside diameter of your arc. And here I'm just measuring to see what size I want my blocks to be. So the size of the blocks will be the space between the smaller disc here and the larger disc. So I'm measuring out my block. And I started here with a smaller one, and then I realized that it was not going to be big enough, and I made it bigger. Okay, so now I'm using the Enter key, and I am just snapping the blocks to the smaller little planks that are on the ends of the spokes. Now, this does not work unless you use those smaller pieces. Because when you snap to a plank, it wants to go to the center of the plank. So there's the entire arc. And now what you have to do is remove the support wall and the spokes. And then I will blueprint this. And figuring out, you know, is it all in there or not? It can be kind of tricky. So you just can't really tell unless you move around and look at it from all perspectives. It's never exactly where you think it's going to be. Okay. So next I'm going to just remove my sketch and then put the rings in place. Okay, so I got that one in there. Just checking to see that it's centered. It looks strange from this perspective, but it is actually centered. We're pretty close. I don't know what I'm doing there. Okay, back again. Sorry about that. It was just taking me a long time to figure out what in the heck I was going to do here. I'm a little closer. This is going to take some editing because I'm going to probably fast forward through some of that and cut some of that of me trying to figure things out. Again, the circle here at the top is, I believe, too high. This strap actually goes about to the middle of it, so I'm going to take that one out. This vertical piece here is just there for me to see where the center is, and that will come out. I'm going to move this circle down. Right now I'm putting in this horizontal strap, and this I used the circle, but this portion of it right here, it's actually a spiral, so it gets smaller. I'm going to have to take out this portion of it and try to put in a smaller arc and see if I can make sort of a semi-spiral out of it. But I may or may not do that on camera. This also is not quite what I want. It's a gentler curve, and then it has some things that tip up. I may freehand that when I get to that point. I'm not ready yet. But right now what I'm going to do is really quickly change my set P to a higher number so I can move this thing over quickly. And I do that a lot. I do change the set P and set R numbers pretty frequently, because it just makes doing this kind of stuff a little more efficient. Oops, it looks like I didn't hit return. There we go. I just want that to be touching. So let's go over here and take a quick look closer. Okay, that's good. Okay, so the next step, I believe, will be to remove the center circle and reposition it. I'll do that real quick. And I'm going to try to center that. It is actually just right about there. And then I can do some futzing around with it to make sure it's where I want it to be. I want it to be right in the center of that center block. It looks like it is. Pretty close. I decided to walk instead of fly for this. Yeah, you can see it better on this side actually. So it looks like it's pretty well centered. Certainly close enough for what we're doing. Is that? I'd rather have it be sticking out a little bit than not enough. So I think I'm going to bring it forward just a little. Okay. Yes, that is better. This is the one. Okay, so what I did before was to try to position this, which wasn't easy. And I'm going to have to do this again when I decide what the right position is. And I think that might be it. It's pretty close. You know, it's not as graceful a spiral as theirs is. I mean, the real one. Let's see if I can make it go just a little bit further. Oops. That's about right, I think. That's close. I'm hearing crows in the game. Crows. Wish we had some crows or birds of some sort flying around. That would be cool. All right, I'm going to say that that's about where I want it, and that I need to take the first 3 blocks out. Do I dare try this? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and do it this way. And just be very, very careful with my pick. Yeah, 3 blocks. Welcome back, everyone. So, this is the finished decoration that's going to go on the tower. There it is, in all its glory. It's pretty darn close in shape to the final piece. And we will put those up in the next episode. So there you go. Bye.